Hey YouTubers, I've got here Mr. Dave. Dave, we've talked about sharing this situation with others so that we can maybe others don't have to go down the
hard road of hard way of life.
that you've had.
Right.
How many years on the street? Over 20?
37 years and some change.
And you've come to a decision after consulting a couple attorneys to get guardianship.
Yep.
And you found a guardian you can work with.
Yep.
And you've got friends that you've consulted, and it's about time to get some structure in your life, right?
Yep. Some good clean structure. Yep.
And I'm trying to be delicate about this, but you were an altar boy at one time.
Yes, I was altar boy at the Roman Catholic Church there, Holy Redeemer.
And you've thought about there was a time in your life when there was more structure and things were better.
Yep.
Right now, you hope that by going to court with a guardianship, you need some protection because there's evil in the world, and when you're out and about, you can be beat up.
Right.
And you've been thrown out of cars.
Yep.
And you've had a lot of heartache in life. Is that right?
Yep.
So we're looking for somebody to be your champion, to get you resources and programs, and maybe Section 8 housing.
Yes, Section 8 housing is very imperative.
And you'd like to get off the streets and kind of semi-retire. You're getting too old to do this, aren't you?
Yep, I'm way too old. I should be retired by now.
How old are you?
I'm 50
Okay.
years old.
50.
I should be retired by now.
And can we talk about the alcohol situation? We've discussed how we might want to talk about helping others, how you're helping yourself might help others, like your friend here, Scott. But
yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to help myself out first, and then I can help others.
alcohol's been a problem, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been a problem.
And you've had some diagnosis, and one of them's bipolar.
Yep, I have a bipolar disorder.
And
it's not a disease; it's just a disorder.
And you haven't been living in the hospital because of it, but you've had 2 or 3 days now and then.
Right. Yep.
And then we talked. So there's 3 categories there. One, it's the alcohol. 2 is the disorder regarding mental health.
Yep.
And if you get a advocate for you, like a guardian, you can get some access to resources, people,
to where I can get myself stable.
And this ain't normal. This ain't good, is it, being on the street?
No, it's not everyday occurrences, but I've been doing this for 37 years and some change, and I think it's time for me to retire.
That's right, from the streets.
Yep.
Okay. We got to talk about polypharma. We come up with a term. How do we? Because you can't just go and get a guardianship. There's privacy that you gotta express, and we talked about different things because we don't want to get others in trouble, do we?
Right. No.
But we talked about. Did we settle on that term polypharma, something like that, to indicate that we've had some issues?
Yeah. What was it? Polygramma or I don't know. I forgot what you said.
Pharmacopoeia or pharmacy stuff. In other words, pills and whatnot. We want to get that behind us, but sometimes that's we've gotten into that a little bit.
Right.
All right. Now we want to avoid jail.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
And we want to get some structures going on, and so that's our story. We're in a transition. Animals like you.
Yes, I have barn animals here like this one.
And if
he's my barn animal.
He can be your barn animal.
Yeah.
And if we ever get our farm, you might one day want to join us on the farm as a family on the farm, right?
Yep.
We talked about that.
Yep, because then we can work together to be straight.
Yeah. Now, being physically secure so people don't force you to do things that you don't want to do, that's important too, isn't it?
Yep.
You'd like the guardian to maybe, if people are wanting to hurt you, or force you to do things you don't want to do, that guardian and that court you look to protect you. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're not going to tell everybody where you live at, are we?
No.
And you're welcome to, you've got friends, and Scott's one of your buddies, and he might be able to come and share a room or a meal, but we need protection.
Right. Yep.
And if you're like, go ahead.
And we also need Section 8 housing.
Okay.
So, you know, those are the main purpose.
You need government housing in a secure area.
Yep, in a good clean area.
And we've talked about living on the streets. You've had to live out of dumpsters for food.
Yep, for food and
Clothes.
For clothes.
clothes and food.
Well, and we talked about how do we tell the world with a balance between keeping your privacy, what we talk about in court, and it came back to the Bible and unspeakable acts. We just thought about saying, look, to survive, there's been unspeakable acts in your past that you want to get away from and don't want to do anymore. Is that right?
Yep, I need to retire.
And those unspeakable acts are whatever's in the Bible regarding bad things. You've experienced most of that, haven't you?
Yep.
And people slapped you around, knocked you around, haven't they?
Yep.
Called you bitch and all that stuff.
Yep.
We're getting out of that, aren't we?
Yep, we got to retire from doing this stuff.
And you don't want to die young. You want to live.
Yep, for a few years and some change.
Yep. And you're really not very demanding. You just got to. You've got friends. You've developed friends. The animals like you. You're known as a kind person.
Yes, I
Okay.
am very kind.
I'm going to ask your friend here. Can I talk to Scott? Ask Scott to describe you if you're good.
Well,
Scott,
describe your Uncle David.
Scott, how is Dave? What are your thoughts on? Is he a good man?
You sure? That's my Uncle Dave.
That's your Uncle Dave, and he's not really blood uncle, but he encourages you and he protects you,
Yep.
and he brings you along so wherever he gets you out of trouble, doesn't he?
Yes.
He's kind of the brains of the crew, ain't
Yeah, he sure is.
he? Yeah. And is he a kind man?
Yes.
He hasn't. Rarely does he ever get angry or start kicking things around.
No.
But he can be easily taken advantage of, don't you think?
Yep.
In fact, you've told me that you'd like to see him have a little more. You'd understand, and you'd like to help him out.
Yes, I sure do.
People have physically abused him.
Well, as some people knows.
Yeah, knocked him around. You've seen that. We want to stop that if we can.
Yep.
Okay. And it's hard to talk about this because we're balancing privacy with him getting knocked around, and he's very vulnerable on the street. In fact, that's why you like the backyards, because it's a little bit of protection. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Off camera, you're talkative now.
Yeah, I sure am.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna go. There's a difference between panhandling and dropping a sign. Panhandling is where you ask for money. Dropping a sign is where you just ask for some help.
Yeah.
Are we moving in the right direction? Maybe on a guardianship with him.
Yes.
You've met the attorney that's going to help him.
G. Myers.
Yeah.
I met him the other day when you called him over here.
Yeah. And you've probably seen the guardian. It's another man that's going to help. And we're going to help you because you don't get any Social Security. You don't get any benefits.
I don't get nothing. I go up. I get what I make off the streets every day.
Yeah. And so we're going to eventually help you, but we're going to focus on him first, right?
That's fine.
You know. All right, buddies. I'm going to come back and let them know. It's raining, so you kind of, your style's crimped today.
Yep, our style's going to be slow today. It's raining. It's probably going to rain on and off all day.
If we have to see a doctor, Dave, are you okay seeing a doctor to get that guardianship, Section 8, all that stuff lined up?
Yep.
I'm trying to maintain privacy, trying to protect you from all that stuff. But look, at this stage of the game, your friends are falling off the street. One of them collapsed in Miller Road, had to be taken to the hospital. Another one collapsed, went through a window, meaning people are dropping like flies.
Yep. Yep.
We need to do something drastic, right?
Yep.
All right, buddy. And why do the cats and animals like you?
I don't know. I got 3 pets over here.
You got 4 pets.
Well, actually, probably 4 pets. I got 1 extra one over there too. Black Star. Where's Gold Star at?
I don't know. You wasn't on
There's
the
Black Star, Gold Star,
And
3-legged half-tail.
3-legged.
three-legged,
3-legged and half-tail.
and half-tail. Bobtail or half-tail, whatever.
Half-tail. Yep.
Now, why do you think that your buddy over here, Scott, hangs with you and shares with you his food and his money? What's the attraction that you have for people?
He hangs around me to be safe. So, you know.
Is that right, Scott? He says.
I mean, I don't babysit him or everything like that,
No.
but, you know, I usually look out for him and he looks out for me, so it's kind of mutual.
Mutual.
The Omaha, what's that? Mutual
Of Omaha. Yeah, Mutual of Omaha. Yeah, not in a bad way that you babysit him or something, but he hangs around to be safe. You've got a lot more experience, right?
Yes, I've been out I've been out homeless for 37 years and some change, and
Scott's. Go ahead.
yeah, but you know, Scott's been around for 7, 8, 9 years.
7, 8, 9 years.
So he's been around with me for a while, and Boone has too.
Scott said in high school he was in special needs. You were in the special education, right, Scott?
Yes.
But you, Dave, were a brilliant student, right?
Yes, I was a B+, A- student. When
And
I was
you were kind of like a health nut there. You were watching all your food, wouldn't drink
Yep.
Coca-Cola.
I wouldn't drink anything harsh. I wasn't drinking any alcohol. I was taking my vitamins. I was doing that protein drink where you mix milk in
Yeah.
it. And I was pretty strict on my health.
You were, and you have that dream, and you know what we're doing now is not normal. We want to get out of this world that we're in now, right?
Right. We gotta
Divorce it. Get out of it.
Yeah. We gotta depart from ourselves, and then reattach ourselves to where.
This road to perdition started with, can I say this? Some of the family said it started with some drugs that somebody had you try one time. Is that right? I mean, your
Yeah.
cousin?
Yeah.
Crack cocaine one time.
My cousin started hooking me on that. Yeah.
Cousin hooked you on it, and all the youngsters out there, all the kids, shouldn't do that.
No, it's not a safe drug to do because it's so addictive. Once you get going, it's hard to get off of. I mean, there's no recovery program.
It's horrible.
Yes,
Crack cocaine.
Yes, it's very horrible, and
And
it's very addictive because once you get going on it, you can't recover.
will you do anything for the drug then when you get that?
No, well, I mean, when you get so hooked that you can't quit, then it's over.
You do
It-
anything? You give your
basically,
money?
Yeah, you give your money, your life, everything you own,
Do sex for the drug? Anything for the drug?
anything.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's very addictive.
And you get into a dark life because when you do those things, you got thrown from a car, didn't you?
Yeah.
Can we see that you got injured and thrown from a car? Let's see that hand. Can I show
Oh.
everybody the hand?
Oh yeah.
Your hand got messed up because of that car accident, didn't it?
Yeah. My tendons and ligaments are all screwed up.
Can we do another video later on about you have a Social Security benefit, but you see very little of it because the way it goes to a named payee, then it goes to an address. It trickles down.
It still adds up to where I can't break out of the poverty level, and I'm still
poverty level.
in the poverty level.
The Guardian can help on that.
Yeah.
We're hoping, right? And you get control of that, and we're not going to tell everybody. We're going to swoop down on that, and when it's a done did deal, then they will know about that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna.
I mean, if it's to where, you know, I got my own situation together, and I quit looking out for people, I should be okay.
And we can move you to a secret place. Nobody's going to know, except maybe you and Scott.
Yeah.
You're going to be safe.
He's one of my homeless buddies, so.
He's a homeless buddy. And you understand that the judge in this county is concerned and would protect you. If anybody came upon you and you let the guardian knows or you know, and even the sheriff know, they all respect that judge will not let people harm you. You understand that?
Yeah, yeah.
And she's put people in jail before, and she's no nonsense. So you understand, she's like, you're not, no one is without, I don't want to say a mother, a parent, but she's like a guardian angel. You understand that?
Right, yep,
Okay.
Yep, it's kind of like that, yep.
And there's no guarantee we'll get what we want, but we're going to knock on the door and say, we need help, we have this situation,
Yep.
we fell from, we went down that road of perdition. We don't want anybody else to go down it, but we want to change.
Yes, we need a change.
We want protection,
Yep.
and you'll cooperate. You'll work
Yep.
with people.
Yep.
That's what I meant. Scott, he has a cooperative personality, doesn't he, Dave? I mean, you'll work as a team, work that, and
Or as an individual.
you'll
Yep.
work with folks,
Yep.
or an individual, right? But we need to change.
Yep. Yep, we need to get ourselves a brand new road to recovery.
Yep. Can you cook? You've cooked before here at the grill.
Yep.
So if we get
I can cook hamburgers, hot dogs,
chicken,
chicken, yeah.
TV dinner. So if you got your Section 8 housing, got an EBT card, and you were in an environment where people are helping you, even though you had a few beers now and then, we're not talking about going cold turkey, but you'd stay in the house.
Yes.
You stayed in that apartment downtown for over a year, didn't you?
Well, it was about 7, 8 months.
And the reason that you
7 to 8 months.
so
yeah.
you were able to cook there. You had a stove. Gene and I seen it.
Yeah,
You got booted because of loudness and complaints, right? Wasn't you?
Yeah, because I had too many people staying with me.
Yeah, and it's hard for you to say no.
Right.
Yeah.
I had too many people staying with me, and my landlord said that if I had anybody living with me, I'd have to pay an extra $35 a month for somebody
No, that was $35 a month per person.
per each person. Yeah.
I heard him fucking say that day.
So we're gonna fade to black, but we're hoping that we get a chance to make a pitch to the judge for some protection.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna fade to black. Okay.
Okay.